Unser Hauptinteresse war,
Our main interest was in being able to track our production and know where our parts are. And that's exactly what Production Manager offered. The software is relatively easy to use.
sag ich mal, einfach zu verwendende Softwaregeschichte.
The Production Manager digital job folder from HOMAG has fundamentally changed production at MS-Schuon GmbH. Endless paperwork is now a thing of the past, as Production Manager brings full transparency into the processes.
We always had such a big black hole before. We were never able to say straight away whether the job was currently on the edge banding machine or in the finishing process. The advantages of Production Manager are that we are distinctly more digital and that regardless of which department we're in, even in the office, we can see where the parts are and which department they are in and can easily provide the customer with feedback more quickly.
For example, the company manufactures fronts for small carpenters to medium-sized businesses, resulting in a production of up to 3,000 units per week. Managing Director Phillip Schuon has been looking for a system that ensures greater transparency in the company. However, the offers were too expensive and too laborious. But then, a video about Production Manager suddenly appeared on YouTube, and his curiosity was awakened.
Das, was mich eigentlich auch so überzeugt.
The thing that really convinced me was the simplicity. The barrier to entry is incredibly low, so anyone who spends 3 to 4 hours on it can actually start and implement it right away without any problems.
Und dann gleich implementieren. Hinzu kommt, dass, sag ich mal, die Maschinen.
What's more, the machine concepts are very consistent. So in the end, you create a system and everything works together. You can compare it with Apple. If I have an iPhone and take my MacBook with me, then it just works. Everything fits together.
This is because Production Manager can easily be integrated into any existing production environment. The data is imported from any system, such as Excel.
I receive the customer order by email. I then plan it into the batch, enter it in the Production Manager at the same time, then release it for production and perform an optimization in CutWrite. The batch is then automatically transferred to the saw.
This is where the component labels are produced. During the cutting process, the labels are printed at the outfeed of the saw. From this point on, the status of all parts can be tracked at any time because the machine reports each part to Production Manager. The machine operator doesn't need to do anything else. Each component is scanned on the edge banding machine. The processing progress of the parts is visible directly in Production Manager and in real time. The entry is made either automatically or manually. By scanning components and articles with a tablet or scanner, or by clicking on them, they can be reported as finished.
Of course, this has already made things easier for the picking department in particular. We used to do everything on paper. We had order papers on the pallets, we had lists that had to be checked off, and the completion report was completely on paper. Today, it's digital.
Das ist eben digital.
MS-Schuon also performs a quality check during picking, and Production Manager also helps with this. Together with MS-Schuon, HOMAG is developing a new comment function.
This means that I can add a comment to a component in production. For example, part is defective, or check this, or something like that. And this is then transferred to another location and the comment pops up. This was implemented very quickly because HOMAG also recognized that this is a useful function. And of course, you dream a little about being able to contribute to this program design in some way, and that this review, let's say, or any improvement requests will also be addressed.
Auf die Verbesserungswünsche auch eingegangen wird.
Production Manager is not tied to any machine manufacturer. It can be flexibly integrated into any workshop environment. It's the perfect system for bringing transparency to the workshop and a big step toward the digital future.
At present, our front production is divided into two segments. We have wooden front production, which already uses productionManager. Glass and ceramic front production would be our next step at this moment. In the production of glass and ceramic fronts, we have significantly more work steps, which also requires more manual intervention, and this is where we want next to implement things.